package has arrived. Let's open this up, see what's inside. So what we have here is the Holiday Living light tester. So what this is a Christmas light tester gun for your LED strings. And it will also voltage scan your incandescents if you're still running them. So let's open this up and check it out. So it says in the back here, it says, lights not working? No problem. The light tester is an easy and safe way to test and identify your broken light strands. The light tester can also be attached to any threaded end pole to test elevated incandescent light strands without the user having to climb a ladder. So on the bottom of the tester, there's a threaded portion where you can attach it to one of them extendable poles that you can find in your local hardware stores, or your some of the Christmas poles. They got a threaded end where you can take the little hook. It's got several different little attachments, and you can take that off and screw it into the bottom, and then you can use the voltage detector for your incandescents to see if you can find where the power is broken. So that's kind of handy if you got elevated Christmas lights. Incandescents, you can't do the voltage detect with the LEDs. So we got a couple of features here. We got the incandescent sensor. We got the LED incandescent switch, the switch modes. We got the LED testing sensor. We got the fuse test, the bulb test, the LED trigger, 9-volt battery compartment, plug-in for LED test, and the threaded pole attachment. It says how to test incandescent light strands. Slide the LED/incandescent switch to the right. Press the incandescent test on-off button to turn on. Hold the sensor close to the lights. Run the tester along the light strand. Green light is good, red light is bad, no conductivity. When the sensor turns red, try replacing the closest bulb to fix the strand. So that means when you're scanning, if there's power, it'll be green. So it'll be, you'll be going through the light strands, so it'll be green, 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 depending on where the break is. And then you'll get to the red one. It'll turn red, and then your problem is the previous one. That's where your problem is. And it says for testing the light strands, it's a little different method for testing LED strands. Basically what you're doing is you're injecting voltage through the probe into the light strand to see what lights up and what don't. So these things are all over the place, especially around Christmas time and stuff like that. They can be found on Amazon and eBay. They're everywhere because it's a common tool now. So go ahead and open this up. And you get the instructions in the back, and you get this little pamphlet here that's in a different language. This is the English and Spanish, I do believe. Yep. So you get both, so that's nice. Just your basic instructions. So you got a switch here. It's a slide switch. So if you go to the left, that's for your LED testing. So that means when you're on the left here, what you're going to be doing is you're not going to be using the voltage scanner at all. So you'll plug your LEDs into this uh, plug, and then you'll be going to each LED in the strand, and you're going to be, there's a little a poker here. There's a little needle that comes out when you squeeze this trigger, and it comes out and it pokes the wire. So the 9-volt battery in here injects voltage into the light strand, and then you'll see what lights up and what don't. So because that's just the way you have to test LEDs, you have to inject voltage. So it's not like the incandescents where you're have it plugged in a wall, and then when you plug the Lightkeeper Pro in there, and it's just it's you smash the trigger and it sends high voltage through it, and then hopefully it works. But with the LEDs, it's a lot different animal. So and this is the other brand. This one's the Simple Living one. Lightkeeper Pro also makes one. It's the yellow type gun. It's the same exact thing as this thing. You're doing the same thing. You're injecting voltage into the LEDs to see what lights up, and you're going to just keep going through the process of an illumination. So you're going to mark out your sections of where your lights are out, so you can get a baseline. And then what you usually will do is you go right in the middle of the strand, put you'll pull the individual LEDs out, the socket and the wire, and you'll separate it a little bit. Then you stick one of the wires into this chamber here and get it secure, because it's kind of it's a little fiddly, but once you get the hang of it, you'll get it every time. And then when you squeeze the trigger, you're poking a hole in the wire and you're injecting voltage, and you'll see what lights up. So either the left side of the strand, so if you're working from this side, either this side will light up or this side will light up. And then you just keep working down the line and just till you see what's lighting up and what's not. And that's just the way how this works. So it needs a 9-volt battery, not included, so that's convenient. So we'll get a little Phillips screwdriver here, and we'll open this up. And then we'll get a 9-volt battery. And we'll go ahead and just plug this in. And then it's got a couple of, like I said, there's a switch up here for LEDs, and then you switch it to the right, that's for your incandescent scanner, where you're going to scan. And you got this little button here, and then you got power, your scanner power, so you can scan the light strands. You're going to go to each bulb, you're going to slide it over like this is a Christmas light bulb. You're going to go and scan it and see where the power is. And then you got your fuse checker here and your bulb tester here. So that's a basic rundown of what this is, and maybe in a future video I'll have a little demonstration video of using this thing. And of course, when you're done with this, just remember to turn it off, and you'll know when it's turned off because the little LED goes out. And then when you're not using it, take the battery out, because it's a lot more inconvenient to find the battery than to discover that the battery in here is dead and leaked and destroyed this. So that's it for this. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.